What's up, everyone? Welcome to NFL Week 9 here on Fantasy Focused in partnership with Monkey Knife Fight. Ryan Levy with my boy Buckey. We're going to break down the DFS picks for the Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. How you doing, Buck?
I'm doing fair, doing agreeable. Going to be a great weekend. Football, golf, the whole 9 yards, English footy, all the stuff I love.
I might even be playing golf a little Friday evening. It might get crazy out here.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they just tee you off like amongst the grape trees?
Yes, pretty much. Okay. Grape trees.
Are they not trees?
I think they're called vines.
Vines have to start somewhere, Ryan. I think for the most part they start with trees.
Fair enough. All right, so we got one of the biggest spreads of the weekend here. We got the Chiefs as 10.5-point favorites. I think they should cover that. If you're a gambler out there, maybe buy a point, get it to a football number at 9.5. But over under set at 53. But we are going to do DFS player props here for you guys. If you've never played on Monkey Knife Fight before, make sure you use the code FOCUSED when you make your first deposit and get yourself a free $50 if you deposit $50. But we enjoy Monkey Knife Fight because we're going against the house rather than the fantasy sharks out there on the other sites. So come on in. We'd love to have you.
I can't stand sharks, for the record. Makos, hammerheads.
I'm terrified.
I think I could take on a hammerhead, though.
Yeah, you probably could. You're a big guy.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, their mouth doesn't intimidate me the way that some other sharks' mouths do.
Yeah.
Just take its eyeballs.
Oh, man. So we're going to start with rapid fire. This is our favorite. Rapid fire is you got to get 3 out of 3 here, and you're going to get 6x your buy-in. So it's just 3 different sets of players pitted against each other. So we're going to start with quarterbacks in passing yards. We got Patrick Mahomes versus Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is plus 24.5 passing yards. So you are getting a 24.5 yard advantage if you want to go the Teddy B side. What are you thinking, Buck? Is that enough to move the needle?
Not really. The Chiefs have a formidable defense, and Patrick Mahomes, I think, is going to have himself a day. The question here is whether or not they're in control and they start running the football come the third quarter quite a bit. I'm still going to lean Pat Mahomes. I think, if you want to lose money, bet against him is usually the phrase I like to key in on. So Pat Mahomes for me.
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. I'm just never really going to put myself in a position to fade Patrick Mahomes. It just feels dirty. I just don't want to do it. I mean, look what he did last week. He was just so efficient. It was unbelievable. 31 of 42, 400 plus yards, 5 tutties, no picks. I mean, just insane, man. And I know the Chiefs defense is definitely much improved, and the Panthers should be playing from behind in this game, but still, if they're better through the air than they are on the ground. So naturally I want to lean with Patrick Mahomes. So, and it's only 24.5 yards. It's nothing. But anyway, let's move on to receiving yards. This one's interesting. We've got 2 Chiefs against each other. Tyreek Hill versus Travis Kelce. Kelce is plus 7.5 yards. What are we thinking?
I'm going Travis Kelce here.
Yeah, I mean, Tyreek has been weirdly inconsistent this year, especially in the yardage department. It's hard to believe he still hasn't broken 100 yards on the season in a game.
It is incredibly hard to believe.
There's just so much talent there. I know he scored 2 touchdowns last week, so fantasy owners were happy about that. But yeah, I'm with you, man.
Let me scoop these matchups real quick. I do believe. Where are you? Where am I? Where are we? Yeah, I mean, this should be a good matchup here for Kelce. I'm going to go Travis Kelce here. I like him getting the yards, been more consistent all year long.
Yeah, he is truly the number 1 option for Patrick Mahomes. And, anytime I'm getting close to 10 yards there with Travis Kelce, I'll take that all day. I would take it on receptions, obviously, as well. But yeah, I'm with you on that one. The interesting one here is Edwards-Helaire versus CMC coming off of IR. In rushing yards, Edwards-Helaire is getting 7.5. What are you thinking?
I'm going the opposite way. I'm going to go McCaffrey.
Yeah, I am too, man.
The time split with Lev Bell scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it really does. And last week wasn't pretty for either of those guys on the ground. I guess what you mentioned earlier makes me a little bit nervous about them leaning on the run game if they get ahead. But I feel like after the Chiefs blew that game a few weeks back against the Raiders, they've learned their lesson and will not lay off the throttle. So I think they're just going to continue to run through Patrick Mahomes, meaning their offense. But I'm with you there. I want to go with McCaffrey. I think, he's been practicing full all week. He should be a full go. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to throw a 5 spot on it. 5 wins you 30. 6x you're buying. All you got to do is get 3 out of 3. Money. It's that easy, Buck.
Yeah, it's always easy for us.
That's it. All we do is win here on Fantasy Focused. So now we're going to move on to our long shot. There's a million different contests, guys, too. If you don't like these long shots, you want to play the other ones, definitely a safer bet. But here we go. 6 out of 6 gets you 35x you're buying. You can also do fantasy points if you like that better, but you're only going to get 20x you're buying. So we like to give you the long shot. We've hit several of these. Usually just throw $2 on it. If I'm feeling real spicy, I'll throw a 5 on it. But what stands out to you here, Buck?
I like less and less to start out.
Less and less. Mm-hmm. Why?
Because they will get this run game involved on both accounts.
Yeah, I guess I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with it for Teddy Bridgewater. For Mahomes, it just always makes me nervous to fade him in any capacity. It's not necessarily fading him. He could still throw for 285 and 4 touchdowns and no picks. But yeah, I don't know that he needs to throw for that many yards in order to dominate this game. I mean, I guess he didn't need to do that much last week either, but look what he did, right? So what are we thinking on McCaffrey? 63.5 yards.
Pump the Mahomes up. We're going more.
All right.
I can't just sit on my laurels and rest.
I talked you out of it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, my big ass is enough to sit on.
I want to lean more on McCaffrey, 63.5 yards. What do you think?
I like more.
All right. Tyreek Hill, 5.5 receptions.
A little high.
It was a little high. I think he catches 4 or 5 balls only here. So I want to go less.
I'm going less. I'm going to go more on Kelsey, though, 70.5.
Yeah, 70.5 yards is definitely attainable for Travis Kelce. So feel really good about that. I'm a little bit iffy on Rude Boy Bob Anderson. What are you thinking?
This one's the tough one. There's always one of these where they set it at 5.5. So Bob Anderson, Teddy B loves throwing to him. They love getting they love getting Bob Anderson the ball. 5.5, huh?
Yeah, so let's see.
I'm going to go more. They're going to have to throw the ball in crunch time. That's been their primary target. He's exceeded 5. Let's see here. 6 of their games, 8 weeks. So 6 out of 8, he's hit that 6 mark. And then he's had, 5. Yeah, they got it right on the nose.
I know it's exactly where it should be set.
I'm going to say, though, because of the fact that I do think Kansas City gets out for a lead, I mean, let's just take the risk on more and just hope that Bob goes off.
Yeah, there we go. I'm on board, but I'm not feeling as confident as I was on the Bills Seahawks just because of Bob Anderson here. So I'm only going to throw 2 on it. So 2 wins you 70, though. So you're still getting a great ROI there. So just to recap it, we're going to go more than 299.5 passing yards for Mahomes. We're going to go less than 275.5 on Teddy Bridgewater. McCaffrey coming off IR, returning 63.5 yards. We're going to go more. We're going to go less than 5.5 receptions on Tyreek. We're going to go more than 70.5 receiving yards for Kelsey, and we're going to go more than 5.5 receptions on Bob Anderson. Again, if it's your first time playing on Monkey Knife Fight and you want to give it a whirl, you're enjoying it, make sure you use the code FOCUSED when you make your first deposit. Get yourself a free $50. And join us, win some money. And join us live on Sunday mornings here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be live from 10 to 12:45 Eastern time to answer all those questions. And look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
Yeah, get on in there early. Answer your questions. We'll get to them as soon as we possibly can. Appreciate the love and support.
See you.